Union-CARICOM chair wants greater, more powerful community. Haiti observes its 216th independence anniversary. Guyana draws first oil. And 2 West Indies cricketers knighted. Happy New Year and welcome to the CARICOM News Time for the week ending Friday the 3rd of January 2020. I am Michelle Nurse. Tusankin is off this week. Thanks for joining us for our first program of 2020. New chair of CARICOM, Prime Minister Amor Mottley of Barbados, wants 2020 to be the year when the people of the Caribbean unite to transform the region into a space that truly values, nurtures, and provides concrete opportunities for every Caribbean man, woman, and child. In a New Year message, Prime Minister Mottley recalled the challenges of 2019, the resilience with which the community has always responded, and wished the populace a blessed 2020 and a greater and more powerful Caribbean community.
I pray, therefore, that 2020 will strengthen us to run our leg of this regional integration relay race with confidence. I pray that as leaders of the Caribbean community, we will work to give our people renewed confidence and inspiration to help us run this very leg, while staying focused on achieving the next phase of critical progress. My message, in essence, therefore, my brothers and sisters, is that 2020 can and must provide the platform for a positive spirit of hope and optimism and a fierce determination to come together as Caribbean people to purposefully carry forward the transformation of our region into this space that truly values, nurtures, and provides concrete opportunities for every Caribbean man, woman, and child to run our leg of this relay.
She said that the current generation was duty-bound to continue the relay race of integration and identified a number of steps that had to be taken.
We are duty-bound to continue this journey across the community, whether as a collective of the whole or in twos and threes where we are gathered, in a way that will, 1, remove the obstacles to passport-free movement between our nations. 2, make it easier for Caribbean people to go and work where there are opportunities in the community in a way that is hassle-free, in the same way that we have done it for the movement of capital. In keeping with our own Errol Barrow's vision, the reality of our people must not only be a lived reality, but also a legal reality. The Caribbean community, indeed, must lead the world in shaping an environment within which migrants among us can live and work with dignity. For after all, our modern settlement in the Caribbean has been nothing but that of a community of migrants. 3, to truly advance the process of a single domestic space for transport and communications in our region, by working to provide more affordable and reliable air and sea links between our countries, and also to establish a single domestic rate for telephone, telecommunications, and phone calls within CARICOM. 4, to work with the private sector and the labor movement to provide further opportunities beyond transport and communications mentioned above, to food security, to opportunities in the blue economy or renewable energy and ICT for our people, opportunities for investment and for employment. 5, enable us as we face the climate crisis to pool the funds of the region in order to be able to finance our own development trajectory for sustainable development so that we may adapt to the new realities of this climate crisis. This will require us coming up with innovative instruments that will better allow us to access the capital that we are not now accessing at a global level. Let us remember that those who help themselves will always be helped by others, but we must help ourselves first by pooling our own resources.
Prime Minister Mottley's tenure as chair begins in January and lasts for 6 months. She succeeds Prime Minister of Saint Lucia, the Honorable Chastanet. Haiti observes its 216th independence anniversary on the 1st of January. Extending congratulations to President of Haiti, His Excellency Jovenel Moïse, CARICOM Secretary General Ambassador Erwin Larocque hailed the anniversary as a watershed event that will continue to be a source of inspiration and resilience to Haiti. It is also a guiding light as the government and people of Haiti move forward to overcome the challenges of social, economic, and political development, all to the benefit of the people of your proud country and the promise of a better future, the Secretary General said. He added that the glorious event that is being celebrated retains its extraordinary historic and symbolic value for the government and people of Haiti, as well as for the people of the region. The outgoing chairman of CARICOM says the integration movement exemplifies the spirit of togetherness when we celebrate our achievements in different fields of endeavor and when we stand in solidarity with those who are faced with adverse circumstances. In an end-of-year statement, Prime Minister Chastanet of Saint Lucia highlighted the achievement of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, which became the smallest country to hold a seat in the United Nations Security Council. It engendered great pride in both the country and CARICOM, demonstrating that there is still space at the highest global forum for us as small states, he said. The Prime Minister also pointed out that the community stands solidly at the side of the people of Grand Bahama and Abaco in the Bahamas as they were ravaged by Hurricane Dorian. It was heart-lifting to see the response as once again the other members of the community, both individually and regionally, rallied to the support of a sister state in distress under the direction of the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, SEDEMA. You can read the message on our news site at today.caricom.org. Within the next 6 months, the region will be working to jointly host the first African Union-CARICOM Summit. Prime Minister of Barbados and Chair of CARICOM, the Honorable Amor Mottley, made the announcement in her New Year message to the community. Prime Minister Mottley spoke of reaching out to the African continent and of laying the foundation for greater cooperation between CARICOM and Africa.
We have already started discussions at the highest levels on the African continent with people with whom many of us share a common ancestry and history, and who, like us, recognize the imperative of mutual cooperation as we go into 2020. CARICOM has accepted the offer of shared office space from the government of Kenya in Nairobi, and we need to open that office urgently and advance our interests in the city that is indeed the home of the UN Environmental Programme and UN Habitat, both of which deal with issues that are vital to our own development in the Caribbean community. Therefore, within the next 6 months, we will also work towards jointly hosting the first ever African Caribbean Summit, African Union-CARICOM Summit. We need to resolve as a region that we will not leave that gathering without laying the foundation for tangible progress in areas of direct air and sea access across the Atlantic, greater trade in goods and services, and more cultural exchanges between our regions.
View the full message on our YouTube channel or read it on our news site today.caricom.org. Guyana drew first oil late in December, even as ExxonMobil announced that it had made its 15th oil discovery offshore Guyana. According to ExxonMobil, the discovery adds to the previously announced estimated recoverable resource of more than 6 billion oil equivalent barrels on the Stabroek Block. And on the 2nd of January, UK-based company Tullow Oil announced that it had also found more oil in Guyana. And still in Guyana, Parliament was dissolved on the 30th of December 2019 to pave the way for general and regional elections on the 2nd of March 2020. On the 27th of December, His Excellency President David Granger issued the proclamations for the dissolution of Parliament and the 10 regional democratic councils. Prime Minister Alan Chastanet of Saint Lucia is warning the community not to neglect its responsibility to maintain the environment. In an end-of-year statement as the outgoing chairman of CARICOM, Prime Minister Chastanet called on the regional populace to heed the global anti-plastic campaign, which includes avoiding the use of plastic bags, single-use plastics, and styrofoam. Taking care of the environment, he says, is one element in building our resilience to mitigate the threats posed by climate change and other issues which threaten to derail our development. Predicting that the future of our community is bright, he said that we continue to build our economic resilience with the CARICOM single market and economy as its cornerstone. We are seeking to ensure that its benefits are enjoyed by all our people, he says, adding that steps that we have taken will benefit families and businesses. Those steps include access to social services, such as primary health care and education, for the families of those who move as skilled nationals to work in other member states. You can find the statement on today.caricom.org. Clive Hubert Lloyd and Cuthbert Gordon Greenidge are the latest West Indies cricketers to be knighted. The two legends were named in the Queen's New Year Honours Roll. The Guyana-born batsman Clive Lloyd, who is 75, has been honoured for his service to the game. A left-handed middle-order batsman, Sir Clive was Wisden Cricketer of the Year in 1971. He captained the West Indies from 1974 until 1985. He led the West Indies to World Cup wins in 1975 and 1979. He was later a West Indies Cricket Board Director and the Chairman of Selectors. 68-year-old Gordon Greenidge was awarded for his exceptional contribution to cricket and the development of sports. He made his mark in his 17-year career, opening the batting for one of the most dominant West Indies teams. He was considered one of the technical geniuses of the game and was also a member of the 1975 and 1979 World Cup winning teams. Congratulations, Sir Clive and Sir Gordon. For these and other stories, you can visit the CARICOM news site at today.caricom.org or the CARICOM website at caricom.org. Like our Facebook page, follow us on Twitter, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you next time.